Ever looked around your city and thought, why does this feel so wrong? From roads that divide communities to buildings that ignore people, these urban mistakes affect your life every single day. And the craziest part? We're still making them. Let me show you how. 1. Over-reliance on the grid. Grid planning draws cities like checkerboards. Straight lines, square blocks, and identical layouts that repeat endlessly. This system dates back to ancient Greece and became famous with New York's 1811 plan. It's praised for its simplicity, land is easy to divide, streets are predictable, and emergency services know every corner. Utilities follow clean lines, and addresses are easy to number. But grids can also create harsh environments. Long, straight avenues trap heat in summer, encourage high-speed traffic, and offer little shade. Walkers feel exposed, and public spaces often lack identity. The uniformity erases local character and ignores natural topography like hills, rivers, or views. Retrofitting these neighborhoods is expensive. Planners now add pocket parks, tree corridors, or bike lanes to soften the grid, but the base pattern remains rigid. The real mistake is assuming that order equals livability. While grids serve logic and control, they often fail to support human comfort, social interaction, and climate resilience. 2. Ignoring organic growth. Many of the world's oldest cities, like Fez, Kyoto, and York, grew organically, lane by lane, with no master plan. These winding neighborhoods twist around wells, hills, and marketplaces, creating shaded paths and hidden courtyards. They may look chaotic on a map, but they evolved to suit climate, terrain, and daily life. Unfortunately, modern planners often ignore these organic forms, favoring symmetry and zoning laws over history and experience. Wide roads and megablocks replace narrow alleys. In the process, cities lose walkability, cultural texture, and natural shade. Cars dominate streets too narrow to handle them, while pedestrian life disappears. Tourists love getting lost in old quarters, but locals are pushed out when upgrades like LED lamps and numbered addresses aren't paired with real investment. The mistake is assuming that old equals outdated. In truth, these layouts offer climate comfort, charm, and resiliency that many modern grids still lack. 3. Prioritizing monumentality over mobility. Baroque planning fires wide, dramatic avenues outward from a central hub, like spokes on a wheel. Cities such as Paris, Washington, D.C., and Karlsruhe showcase this layout, where every vista ends in a palace, museum, or grand monument. Twin rows of trees add symmetry, and round plazas manage multiple roads at once. It's a visual feast. But all that drama comes at a cost. These plans prioritize spectacle over daily movement. Central plazas easily become traffic choke points. Large distances between destinations slow foot traffic. Monumental scale often overshadows local needs, leaving neighborhoods disconnected. Maintaining such grandeur is expensive, and updates like light rail rings or pedestrian zones are difficult to retrofit. While beautiful, these cities often lack mixed-use density and human-scale streets. The mistake here is letting aesthetics overpower accessibility. Cities should inspire, yes, but they must also function for everyday life. When design dazzles but disconnects, it fails the people who live there. 4. Copying Garden City, forgetting the core idea. The Garden City model, imagined by Ebenezer Howard in 1898, aimed to blend the best of urban and rural life. His vision was a self-contained city with homes, jobs, parks, and agriculture, encircled by a permanent green belt. Cities like Letchworth and Canberra brought this to life with tree-lined streets, small local centers, and public parks just minutes from every door. But over time, the core concept was diluted. Post-war suburbs copied only the lawns and spacing, ignoring walkability, jobs, and transit. As a result, many Garden City-inspired developments became car-dependent zones, where the greenery hides a deeper disconnect. Without local jobs or rail access, people commute long distances, and the green belts are often developed over time. Modern eco-towns try to restore the full idea, using solar roofs, bike paths, and light rail, but the damage from decades of bad imitation remains. The mistake? taking the look without the logic. A true garden city is not just green, it's complete. Designing for cars, not for people. Le Corbusier's Radiant City proposed a futuristic model, tall towers set in vast lawns separated by fast roads. The goal was sunlight, airflow, and efficiency. Cities like Brasilia and Chandigarh followed this vision, prioritizing cars and order over traditional street life. Tower blocks offered fresh air and views, but daily needs got pushed far apart. Residents often found the corner store a 20-minute walk away. Pilots, columns that lift buildings above the ground, left empty voids below, where graffiti replaced community. Streets lacked foot traffic, parks felt deserted. While the design promised freedom, it often delivered isolation. The mistake? Prioritizing geometry and vehicles over human interaction. Cities built this way may look clean from above, but feel lifeless on the ground. Today, urban planners try to retrofit these spaces, adding cafes, bike lanes, and mixed-use areas. But the original DNA resists change. A livable city needs people-first design. Space alone isn't enough without soul. 6. Treating streets as highways, not public spaces. The superblock model groups several city blocks into a larger zone where cars are restricted to the perimeter and interior streets belong to pedestrians and bikes. Cities like Barcelona, Vauban, Germany, and parts of Copenhagen have successfully tested this approach. The benefits are clear: less noise, cleaner air, and safe spaces where children can play. Local shops see rising sales, and former parking bays bloom into pocket parks. But in some cases, planners apply the model without local context, leading to congestion on edge roads and confusion over deliveries and access. When done poorly, residents feel disconnected or inconvenienced, especially where public transport is weak. The mistake is thinking car restrictions alone make a place livable. Superblocks need more than traffic rules. They need human-centered design, vibrant ground-level activity, and strong mobility options. Without these, they become silent enclaves. Streets should invite life, not just remove cars. A balanced mix of calm, commerce, and connection is key. 7. Building around transit without planning for people. Transit-oriented development, TOD, focuses on clustering homes, shops, and offices around train or metro stations. Cities like Hong Kong, Singapore, and Arlington, VA use this model to cut car use, fund rail systems, and support walkable neighborhoods. When done well, TOD creates dense, efficient, and lively communities where everything is just a short walk away. But too often, cities adopt the label without the full strategy. High-rise towers go up near stations, but sidewalks remain narrow, shops sit empty, or access isn't inclusive. Rents may skyrocket, pushing out longtime residents, while towers rise without services like schools or clinics. The biggest mistake? Assuming density equals livability. Without affordable housing, public space, or street-level vibrancy, TOD becomes a commuter's cage. It must support not just riders, but residents. Great Station Hub isn't just a place to pass through. It's where daily life happens. Transit is the backbone. People are the heart. HD, designing perfect towns that don't match real life. New urbanism promises a return to traditional town values: walkable blocks, front porches, mixed-use streets, and vibrant public spaces. Places like Seaside, Florida, and Poundbury in the UK showcase this vision with colorful homes, narrow roads, and charming town squares. These towns are often beautifully designed, encouraging neighbors to connect and pedestrians to thrive. But picture perfect doesn't always mean practical. Critics call some developments stage sets. Ideal for postcards, but disconnected from real-world needs. Jobs are often far away, leading to long commutes. Public transit may be missing. Stores may cater to tourists instead of locals. While surveys show high resident pride, some towns lack true diversity, affordability, and economic mix. The core mistake? Designing for charm, not complexity. Real communities need messiness. School zones, service workers, noisy corners, not just cafe patios and pastel paint. A livable town is more than a lifestyle aesthetic. It's a system that supports all who live there. 9. Suburbs built for cars, not people. After World War II, suburbs across the US, Canada, and beyond exploded in growth, designed around the car, not the community. Wide roads, cul-de-sacs, driveways, and massive parking lots made driving convenient, but walking difficult. Homes sit far from shops, schools, and jobs. Single-use zoning separates residential areas from everything else, turning even a quick errand into a car trip. Places like Los Angeles, Mississauga, and countless others reflect this model. Public transport struggles in such low-density areas, while long commutes burn fuel, time, and energy. Newer suburbs now try to add bike lanes, corner cafes, or park trails, but retrofitting is expensive and slow. These fixes can't undo the damage of a car-first blueprint. The core mistake? Designing the entire environment around machines instead of people. Streets become lifeless, social interaction shrinks, and the dream of peaceful suburbia turns into traffic, isolation, and sprawl. Cities must learn to prioritize human connection over parking space. External, confusing green features with real sustainability. Eco-cities promise sustainability. Solar roofs, bike lanes, recycled water systems, and lush green spaces. Projects like Hammarby Sjöstad in Sweden and Bishan Ang Mo Kio Park in Singapore show how cities can integrate nature and tech into daily life. Wetlands clean stormwater. Solar panels light streets. Smart meters track every drop saved. But adding green tech doesn't always make a city truly sustainable. In many places, eco becomes a branding tool, used to market high-end housing that few can afford. Developers add rooftop gardens and electric chargers, but forget transit, schools, or affordable housing. Some projects over-prioritize visual greenery while hiding resource-intensive foundations. The core mistake? Thinking sustainability is just about features, not systems. A green roof isn't enough if the city still promotes long commutes or social exclusion. Real eco-planning supports everyday life. Walkability, equity, and resilience, not just technology. Nature must be built into the city's rhythm, not added on top as decoration.